What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne, and this is Blackboard Gaming, where I teach you about all these great board games that are out there, waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't want a complication.
Hey, everybody. Today, I want to share with you 5 more get it in where you can fit it in games. Get board games that are quick to get to the table, easy to teach, easy to learn, easy to play, and you can get it done in 30 minutes or less. Now, Alicia will be back next week because hopefully we'll be giving away a board game, and I mentioned it in the last video that we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, and I want to give you guys a board game, but I didn't tell you what the board game was until I made sure I had it in hand. So stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll let you know what that board game is. Now, without wasting any time, let's go ahead and get right into these games. So the first game I want to talk about is this game right here. Boop. Boop. Now, I was first taught this game at Gen Con, and I ended up picking up a copy at one of my flags here in Detroit. And I picked this up because my wife's friend, her daughter loves chess, and she also loves cats. So I picked this up so me and her can play, And in this game, first of all, it's really easy to set up. You open the box, and there's this little cloth like mattress thing, like represents a bed. And you're gonna flip the box over, you put this mattress on top of the box, and then each player is gonna choose their color of cats and kittens, and then we just start the game. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get 3 cats in a single row, on the bed. Thing is, you don't start off with cats, you start off with kittens. And so on your turn, it's a 2-player game. On your turn, you're going to place a kitten out into one of the squares on the mattress. Now, if there are any kittens, and it could be yours or the other players, that are adjacent, and it could be diagonal or orthogonally, then they get booped 1 space away. Therein lies the challenge of trying to get your kittens, you're trying to get your kittens in a single row. Because when you get 3 kittens in a row, then you take those kittens off the bed, they're no longer in play, and you get 3 cats, and you place them in front of you. So now you can place cats out onto the mattress. Now cats boop other cats and kittens, but you still have kittens that you can place out. Kittens cannot boop cats. So it's just this challenge. It reminds you of chess, and you're trying to get that row of cats, a row of 3 cats in order to win the game, And this game, first of all, it's aesthetically beautiful. Just the fact that they got this little mattress and got these little cat meeples and all that, this is just a really good game. And I think this is the game that out of the 5 games that I have, this is the game that would last the longest, because like I said, it's easy to set up, it's like literally 30 seconds to set up, but it can last that full 30 minutes, So that's Boop. All right. So the next game is a game that I've introduced to my grandkids, and that is Downtown Farmers Market. Now, in this game, each player first, to set up the game, each player is going to get 8 challenge tiles. And they're going to place 4 tiles in a row at the top of their play area, and then they're going to take the other 4 tiles and place it to the left of that row. So what you're trying to do is when you're drafting tiles throughout the game, you're trying to place them in a 4x4 grid. Now, each of these challenge tiles have certain challenges, and the challenge tiles are double-sided. So there's a lot of variability in this game. And so there's challenges like you can only have 6 eggs in this row or column, or for every pair of milk and cheese, you get 5 points, stuff like that, Or it might be a challenge tile that says you cannot have any bread, in this row. And so through the game, you're drafting these tiles, and you're trying to place them to try to satisfy. There's going to be where you place it. It has to satisfy the challenge tile that's in that left column, and the challenge tile that's in that top row. And so this game is very, very puzzling, and I love it. Like I said, my grandkids, they loved it. My wife, she appreciated the puzzleness because it's just drafting tiles. She likes tile drafting games. And I like anything that has food themes, I'm really gravitate to, And so that's Downtown Farmers Market. It lasts maybe like 20 minutes, and I really like this game. So speaking of food, this one I'm pretty sure everybody already knows about, and that's Point Solid. I had to put this on this list because this is one of the first games I brought my daughter and her family. And this is an easy game. So you're pretty much set up the cards, and you're creating a veggie market. All the cards have scoring opportunities on one side and then a specific vegetable on the other. Now the vegetables, there's like cabbage, there's lettuce, tomatoes, peppers, and stuff like that. And then there are scoring opportunities on the other side, like for every 2 heads of lettuce, you get 5 points. Or for every set of tomato and red onion, you might get 3 points, stuff like that. And so on your turn, you're going to either grab a card for a scoring opportunity, or you're going to take 2 vegetables from the market, and you're going to place it in your play area. And what you're trying to do is build up, those scoring opportunities as well as meeting all those scoring opportunities. And then at the end of the game, you add up all your points, and whoever has the most points will win. And this is just a really simple game to teach. It is a great filler game. It doesn't take up that much space, I don't think any of these games take up too much space on the table. And like I said, another food theme. I love food themed games, I might do a video about food themed games. But that's Point Solid. Very colorful, great production. All right. So the next one is a game that we talked about over on OFPG Voices. We're contributors to that show, and it's a lot of different contributors over there. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below so you could go check out OFPG Voices, because they're all about diversity and inclusion in the hobby, making sure everybody gets a fair shake. You want to play board games, you should have a safe place and be welcome to play board games. And so the game that I'm talking about that we did a run through for, and that is Broken and Beautiful, a game about kintsugi, And what you're doing is you're drafting cards that have these different dishes, like cups and vases and saucers and stuff like that. And there's always going to be one card left after everybody has drafted their card. And depending on what kind of dish is on that card, if you have that dish in front of you, it breaks. So you just turn it to its side, to show that it's broken. But then in the game, you have an opportunity to fix that dish with gold. There are gold pieces in the game, and you use gold lacquer to, depending on what it needs, you might have to spend 2 pieces of gold to fix that dish. And then you flip it to its other side, and then that dish will score you more points at the end of the game. Like cups will score you like 2 points, but if it breaks, it scores you nothing. But then when you fix it with the gold, now it scores you 3 points at the end of the game. And then if it's paired with a saucer, that score is multiplied. If the saucer's broken, it doesn't multiply, but then you fix that saucer. Now you're getting even more points. And I think this is like a really easy, quick game. The art on the cards are beautiful, And that is broken and beautiful. My flag, Deb at my flag, she showed me how to play the game, and I was like, yeah, I want this game because this is a great game that you could just easily introduce to people. I'm pretty sure all these games, right, so far, you can introduce to newcomers to the board game hobby. Now, the last one is a game I actually recently played. Like I said, when I go to board game meetups, I end up getting there late, so I don't get a chance to play a longer game. But they had finished up a game, and they was like, hey, we still got a little time. What game can we play? And I happened to have the pocket edition of this game, and that's For Sale. Now, I talked about For Sale over in our video, like board games that make you think of home. And in For Sale, you are buying property. You're bidding on different properties, and there are different values of property, like value 1 to 30, with 1 being a cardboard box in an alley, and 30 being like a space station, stuff like that. And people, you're bidding. We're going to reveal a number of properties, and then we're going to bid on those properties. And the highest bid will get the most valuable property present. Lowest bid will get the least value. So that's the first part of the game. And then once all the properties have been bought, then we go into the second part of the game where there's offers. And a certain number of offers based on players, number of players are revealed on the table. And then we're going to take the properties that we bought and we had them face down in front of us. We're going to shoot them out and then reveal them. And whoever has the highest value property on the table will get the highest bid, highest offer. And then we're going to count up, how much money we get from our offers, as well as any money we got left over. And whoever has the most points wins. Now, I think this would be a great game to introduce to people who appreciate Monopoly. Because, in Monopoly, you're buying properties. That's what you're doing in this game. And so we're supposed to be having a board game day for Father's Day. And we're at my friend's house, and she's a real estate agent. And I'm definitely bringing this game so she can check this out. So that is 5 more get it in where you can fit it in games. Now, let's get to, I know some people are waiting to find out what the game is. So like I mentioned in the last video, we've been doing this for 3 years now. And we're almost at 2,000 subscribers. And it's been fun for the most part. I mean, I love talking about board games. I love playing board games, stuff like that. I love the time that I get to spend with my wife. I love meeting people through board games, stuff like that. It's just been great. And so I revealed that we were doing a giveaway, but I didn't tell you what the game was because I wanted to make sure I had the game in hand. But to keep you in suspense a little longer, this game came out last year. And one of my friends from my board game group had a copy. We played it, and it was a hit for me. Now, unfortunately, everybody was sold out of this game. And I was like, I was contacting the different flags and say, hey, if you get this game for me, let me know. And they all know me. So recently, 2 of my flags called me, say, hey, I got this game for you. And one of the flags, the one that I'm a board game cleric for, Vault of Midnight, said they had a special where we get the games at a certain discount because of our board game cleric status. So I decided to go ahead and get both copies of the game, and then I'm going to give one away. If we hit 2,000 subscribers, this is the game that I want to give away. Heat, Pedal to the Metal. This game is really, really good. And like I said, I'm doing this out of my own pocket because, when I first started this channel, we were sponsored by Stonemeyer Games. And I was able to buy some equipment. So thank you again, Stonemeyer Games. I'm totally indebted to you guys. And there's so many board game publishers that have sent us games to say, hey, check out this game or whatever, like Kids Table Board Games, who I love. So far, they haven't sent me a bad game yet, and there's Pencil First Game, love their games, AEG, stuff like that. And so this is my way of paying it forward, and I'm going to keep this. It's going to be a U.S. only giveaway because I'm paying the shipping costs out of my pocket. And like I said, this is a really, really great game. And this is my way of saying thank you to the audience. Thank you for, always watching us and, checking us out and leaving comments. And I'll let you know pretty soon how to win this game, in the next video. I'll definitely let you know then. And so, like I said, just thank you. I've been having fun. And I'm going to continue having fun because I like talking about board games. So, with that said, if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And, in the comments, let's start it off. Let's start building it up. Hashtag, I don't know. Hashtag heat giveaway. Maybe put that in the comments. And that way I'll start, take your name down and we'll randomly pick somebody who will win this game. And I will send it to you. And like I said, I'm Dwayne. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for always being part of the audience. This has been Blackboard Gaming. And I will see you next time.